How's it going, everyone? New World Order Survival Guy. Today, I'm going to talk about the Civil War that's spewing up, and the deception of it all. Civil War is a war within its own country, but it's being disguised because it's really more so of a revolution war that people are tricked into believing that's going to be a civil war. They're actually using Civil War tactics and sabotage to create this overthrow of the government. It's really not overthrow. It's being set up by the government. It's government that's using these tactics to turn this into a socialist country, and they use incidences, false flags, all sorts of tactics to create this new world order. They want it a social world. They want the whole world under this socialist movement. And it starts from the schools. They brainwash these kids in grade school to believing a certain way, to being taught. But it really doesn't get radical until they get to college, where they really hounded on them. And these kids believe this shit. They believe they somehow turn communism into a good thing. I mean, every definition of the meaning and word communism is no way, shape, or form good for the people, the citizens. And these kids get so passionate about it. Not just kids, I mean professors and adults and all these libtards. They get so passionate about being communists. They're not the communists. They're going to be the communist victims. That they don't even realize the outcome of what's coming. These people are sick. They praise death. They're freaking weirdos with their purple hair. And it's just disgusting how these people think. And the whole Charlie Kirk thing, there is a lot of information coming out. I will do a show here in a few weeks on it. I'm just waiting for more credible evidence and stuff to come out. But there's a lot of fishy stuff going on here. I don't want to speak on it right yet because I want it, I want to put out the facts or at least a credible evidence of stuff, and have it all out there before I preach judgment on it. But anyways, there's a war coming up. It's already the beginning of the war, but I'm talking about a nasty physical war. I hope it doesn't, but I mean, it's going to happen. This is what these governments, and I say governments plural, as in governments around the world, are pushing for. It's actually the globalists and the NGOs that are organizing and funding the instigations of these wars. They're setting everything up. It's coming. For instance, in America, they're dividing people into two classes, obviously. The left, the right. This gets people to hate each other. Republicans have a little bit more, they have more common sense than the libtards. Republicans mean well and stuff like that, but my thing with them is they're being duped. They are not grasping the two-party paradigm and realizing both sides, both wings are working these groups of people. They're dividing America with their rhetoric. Both of them are liars as far as political standpoints, but they're dividing the country. And within that division creates hostility and stuff like that. It's the divide and conquer technique. You divide the people, like let's say divide Republican and Democrats, and then within the Republican, you're going to divide them through religion, through morals, through this and that. They'll do the same thing with the Democrats. Divide them all up. It keep everybody divided in a million places. And then you have people going against each other. It's a very ancient common technique to control people. You don't want all these people together and have the people versus the globalists or whatever, because they'll lose. Now, this stuff is happening all over the world. In Britain, they just had a 1 million man march. People are out in the streets. 1 million. Great Britain don't have all that many people. But they had 1 million people on the streets. Pissed off about this Charlie Kirk thing. We don't even have that here. But they know the cause of the shit. They know what's happening because they're witnessing, they're living things of their own. They're witnessing the same shit that's happening here. France is witnessing the same shit that's happening here. And some of these countries, it's way more extreme than here. I mean, France is screwed. Germany is screwed. Belgium is screwed. Great Britain, it just goes on and on. All them countries. Spain, Um, it just goes on and on. This is done by design. The globalists are attacking first world countries, infiltrating them with foreign opposition citizens and probably military personnel of foreign oppositions, to wreak havoc and destroy the country within. These first world countries are the ones that's the biggest threat, not these rebels and shit like that, gang members. That's not a threat. They can take them out in a quick heartbeat. The ones that they want to get rid of first and destabilize is the countries that have critical thinkers, freedom lovers, people that are patriotic to their own country. Those are the ones they want out of commission and to destabilize. And they'll use it through intimidation tactics, through threats of violence, through infiltration of drug lords and mafias and cartels and stuff like that. That's some of the tactics they use. They also use lies and deception, create epidemics like we witnessed a few years ago, scare you into submission, and then offer you protection in return of your rights and liberties and safety. In reality, if you give up your rights and liberties in exchange for safety, you don't deserve any. We're being attacked. France is going apeshit. There's riots. They're literally tearing up France right now. All these countries in, like, for instance, Europe, they had a good, decent, healthy country. Now it's ripped apart by these foreign citizens from other countries that were attacked or had a war thing, and they brought in these citizens to their country after they just slaughtered their whole livelihood. And these people are pissed. And these people don't like Christians. They don't like any of that. They have a certain way of singing. So they bring them in these countries. And then they protect them. Allow them to do anything the hell they want in retaliation to dismantle that particular country. And they're protected not only by the police, but by government and law. And if you try to defend yourself against these, you will be prosecuted. That's treason. That's happening all over. They're ruining all these first world countries, and then just breaking them down. Look at Canada. They're about to collapse. These individual provinces are leaving. Whether they're going to stay independent and be independent from the rest of Canada, or they're going to be joining the United States. It's soon to see. Can't you see what's going on here? That's why it's so crucial to prepare for everything. Survival. Shit hits the fan. Prepare and prepare now. You're being warned. Because they're going to keep on until their agenda is accomplished. Now, I think we're being set up to react, which it's impossible not to react one way or another, because they got all this high-tech equipment and everything they need, and everything's already installed to handle this problem. They're not going to do this, and then the government ain't going to do this and wait for our reaction in a sense that they'll know what they can do from there. No. They create the problem while already knowing what our reaction's going to be and what the outcome's going to be, because they already had the outcome planned first. The goal. And then their solution in the end is population control and the New World Order. This is all being done by design, obviously. If you don't see that, you're stupid. You are freaking stupid if you think all this is by chance. Like, government is that stupid to bring in foreign people from other countries that we attacked, that they attacked, and then the government brings them in, gives them food, gives them free housing, gives them all this. And who gets the blame? Who gets their head on a chopping block? Us American citizens, the French citizens, the German citizens, the citizens. That's by design. Prepare. It's coming. Medical, food, water, everything. Get groups together. Get your community together if you can. If you can't get a community together, I mean, they make it hard with the Democrats, the libtard people, you know, because they're doing this goal of creating a communist world while they have each country going into little individual civil wars, and they're going to destroy each other within that country, while the government and NGOs, the globalists, are preparing the takeover when the time is right. That's what's happening. Buy ammo. Buy firearms. I am not shitting you. Get ready. Plan now. Save up all supplies as you can. Fuck a bug out bag, man. More than that. Because once this shit really kicks off into full effect, which it will, that little bug out kit ain't going to be enough. And you talk about all the technology in the world against you, not in your or my favor. They're trying to get us to fight amongst each other to thin us out, to disordinate our minds so it'll be easy pickings when they come through. And they will. Be ready. It's coming. It's obvious. It's very hard to imagine that this stuff is happening. I mean, what the hell happened to this country? I'm sure all the other countries are saying the exact same thing. People are getting fucking pissed. They had to keep quiet and scratch their heads like, what? Why do these immigrants get to come in here and have special rights and get all this shit for... You know what? People are getting sick of it. It says time to start planning accordingly. We're all in this together. And by England or Great Britain coming out with 1 million people because of an American person that's outspoken, got them thinking we're a good majority of the people where they actually got off the couch, took off work, whatever, and got out there. Because Charlie Kirk was supposedly a voice of that. Now, Charlie Kirk, some questionable things, but I don't know enough to fully speculate. I don't know. But that should reassure us and encourage us to get our asses up and get ready. I'm not one to sit there and go march on the street. I used to do things like that back some years ago. I have a different outlook on it now. I know what's going on. I know hooting and hollering in the street ain't gonna do shit, but get you wrapped up in something else. Because they're watching you out in the streets. They got all these body scanners, facial recognition shit in the sky, on the buildings, everywhere. It's time to get real. It's time to coordinate with friends, neighbors, community. Coordinate and prepare of what's coming. Not what's possibly coming, what's coming. It's time. It's time. Arm up. Because none of this is rational, what's being done here. It's not rational what these purple-haired freaks are doing in their thought process. It's not rational that they praise someone's murder. I mean, even when somebody's on a death penalty for taking out a few people, you're just like, yeah, man, he could have chose a different way instead of doing that. We have humanity. We have kindness in our hearts. We try to have understanding. But these people are just sick. And they think they can fucking come over here and they're going to start killing off people like us. People that they're freaking blue-haired. Think they're going to come over here and intimidate me? Intimidate patriotic Americans? And we're just going to sit here like some bitches? Damn, you're stupid. Freaking stupid ass trannies. Because you ain't doing nothing but pissing everybody off. The time of keeping silent and just letting everything work its course is done. I mean, we're not gonna. We don't fear you, freaking weirdos. Are you kidding me? We're suited, booted, and ready for you. We got people infiltrating this country, putting threats out saying they're going to take out 50 to 60,000 Americans. We're ready for you. Believe me, we're ready for you. There's millions upon millions of us that are ready for you. I don't know what else to say. I'm not going to sit down. I'm not going to take a knee. You have people so pissed off right now. I just hope good patriotic Americans don't do nothing stupid like wait till the kickoff. Don't go rush that shit yourself. Cause you got governments, globalists on their side. I mean, when it doesn't matter anymore, it doesn't matter anymore. But it hasn't got to that point yet. I just wish everything was normal. I mean, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be. So, fuck it. But I'm not stupid. I ain't gonna do nothing stupid. I'm not gonna harass people. I'm not, nothing like that. And I hope any of you watching don't do anything stupid because it ain't gonna do no good. Sit in defense. Sit in defense. You know what to do when the time is right. It's gonna get crazy. It's obviously already getting crazy. It's just gonna intensify more and more and more as we go along. They got many different foreign nations, citizens, military age citizens, and stuff like that over here. You got government, you got globalists, you got everything on their side. So it's just us. It's just a citizen. Each country has their own citizens that are sick of it, except for a lot of these countries were disarmed many years ago. The United States still has theirs. So we basically set a huge example to the rest of the world. We have to stay strong. We can't be steamrolled by these corrupt, sabotaging, globalist, cocksucking communists. Just get ready. That's my point of this video. It's coming. Get ready in all aspects. And What I'm also trying to say is be a little more vocal. Stand your ground more. Because the weaker you seem by keeping silent, the more they can see that is a weakness, and they're going to put more and more pressure. I mean, however you like to handle business, be ready, be prepared. I never thought I'd have to make this talk. You know? All the good patriots want is peace and prosperity. That's all we want. People have the freedom to have whatever religion they want. People, beauty of freedom and liberty. As long as it doesn't hurt nobody else. People it might hurt their feelings, but that's okay. As long as it doesn't hurt anybody else, you have the freedom, the God's given freedom that you were given. Things are going to get a lot worse. Things may never, ever get better in our lifetime. But you know what? We got to put our mark down. Life or death. Put our mark down as ones that fought against tyranny. That fought against oppression. Because they're using every weapon that they have. And I'm not just talking about firearms and stuff like that. They're using mental shit against us. So that's all I have, man. I'm gonna reiterate this whole topic once I get some more factual commentary in through credible resources and stuff like that. I'm just waiting because government puts out a lot of propaganda. They put out a lot of smoke and mirrors and stuff. So when you do talk about it on YouTube and stuff like that, it's already to be discredited. They put stuff out so you take the bite, and then you look stupid and you get discredited, and then people just further give up hope, further, whatever. So you got to be careful of what information is put out there. Even if it's something that you believe in, you got to make sure it's the truth before you spread it out, because they could put out something that's in the neighborhood of what you believe in, but then you talk about it, and then they put out the evidence. Oh, no, not true. Look at this freaking moron. So you got to be careful. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. New World Order Survival Guy. Catch you on the next one.